ताजा खबरों से अपडेट रहने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं।
Good morning to all the viewers. Today we are going to discuss on a very emerging topic relating to the artificial intelligence and cybercrime, and that is the rising menace of deepfakes and the legal implications in India. Now, first of all, it is important to know that what are deepfakes. The exponential growth in artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies has given rise to deepfakes, a hyper-realistic media that falsely depict events that never occurred. Deepfake leverages power AI algorithms like generative adversarial networks to manipulate or generate videos and audio content to impersonate real people and make them appear to say or to do things they did not actually say or do. From manipulating the facial expressions and the speech patterns to generating the entirely fictional video footages, deepfakes represent an alarming new frontier of disinformation. India witnessed its first political deepfake during the 2020 Delhi elections, where a fake video portrayed, the political leader criticizing his opponents. More disturbing deepfakes pornography is depicting the celebrities recently is on rise. Such non-consensual use tampers the privacy rights and causes reputational damage. Unregulated deepfakes can allow malicious actors to spread misinformation at unprecedented scale, from manipulated stock prices to inciting the violence through the fake news. The Delhi police has even warned that the deepfakes could be used for financial fraud, identity theft, and terrorism. This proliferation of deepfakes and absence of adequate legal safeguards poses grave threats to the privacy, dignity, democratic processes, and national security in India. One current legal framework under the IT Act and IPC Act lacks the laws to regulate the deepfakes. While in the countries like US and China, they have introduced specialized legislation in India to enact the robust in their country to enact robust and holistic laws. That is completely missing in our country as of now. Now, what are the types of deepfake? Deepfake leverages AI to fabricate, alter videos and audio content. They are used for various purposes, both for benign and malicious, and inter alia the following. Pornography is the most common use of deepfakes for the non-consensual pornographic content. Faces of female celebrities, other women are swiped onto the porn stars without their consent. So this is one of cases. Politics also, people they see how for revenge and retaliation the deepfakes can be used for humor of anybody who is a public figure who is appearing in social media. It can be utilized. So this, while parroting the public figure is legal, content issue rise if private individuals become subject to it. Now, fraudulent things like AI voice cloning of imitate CEOs or officials to obtain the sensitive data. This technique has drained more than 2 lakh from a UK energy firm. So this is also, how official deepfakes can be made. Disinformations like the state and the non-state actions can weaponize deepfakes to spread fake news at unprecedented scale. For instance, a false video escalated in 2018 the Middle East tensions by depicting a Bahraini opposition leader conspiring with Qatar. So there are various such explanations on how, with malicious intentions, deepfakes are posing a threat. Unregulated deepfakes allow impersonation, revenge pornographies, electoral interference, and social manipulations. Limiting the principles of legality, proportionality, and consent can help distinguish acceptable use from unethical and the harmful ones. A very comprehensive legal safeguards are needed to mitigate rise in the harms in it. Now, what are the ethical issues and the challenges posed by deepfake? The first of all is the violation of the privacy. Article 21 of the Constitution definitely safeguards our privacy rights. That is compromised. Identity theft, as identified by the Section 66 of the IT Act, is also one of the law that is being violated when you are impersonating as a fraudster, whether it's for financial gain, political gain, or for defaming someone. Now, electoral deepfakes, as we said, if a manipulative candidate's speeches or appearances being made in public, it can destabilize the democracy and impact the campaigns. Now, the psychological harms like trauma, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, etc. are common in victims of deepfake pornographies. Young women are disproportionately targeted in the abuse aimed at silencing and subjugating them. Deepfake facilitate new forms of gender-based violence that evade existing legal systems. So this is the basic legal issues, ethical issues that are arising. Now focusing on the legal issues and the challenges posed by the deepfake. The right to privacy under Article 21 is violated by the non-consensual use of the people's image for deepfakes. K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India by Supreme Court held privacy as a fundamental right, and it protects the informational autonomy, human dignity, and controls over the personal data. But without a dedicated law, victims struggle to seek remedies for such infringements. Now, as we said, 66E, the identity theft. It penalizes capturing, publishing private visuals without consent, but deepfakes may be used public, not intimate image that bypasses this narrow provision. Because you can simply take the face of someone and then you can add any audio to it. You can add any other picture to it. So it is not the private visuals. It is just a public image. Hence, there is no existing law in the IT Act or the upcoming bills that criminalizes the deepfake. Section 67 criminalizes publishing obscene electronic content. However, the deepfake is not necessarily obscene. It can be defamatory, it can be for a political revenge. Hence, 67 is also not covering this provision. Now, if we come up to 99,501 of the Indian Penal Code that penalizes defamation, deepfake may not be defamatory in content. It may be maligning the reputation, or it may be manipulating the facts of something, or it may, present yourself in some other way. So it can be mischievous. So presently there are laws that indirectly are covering the act of deepfakes, but not directly covering the act, because there are so many laws that can directly indirectly add it together and then the punishment be given. But then there are so many flaws in the existing law through which the fine line differences, through which the perpetrators, through which the criminals of the deepfakes, they can easily evade stringent punishment. Hence, it is very much important. And apart from the section 354C that penalizes voyeurism, 505 that covers the statements conducting the public mischief, or any other IT Act, it is strictly important that the Parliament enacts a separate law that treats deepfakes as a crime in itself and punishes a very strong punishment that can, lead to imprisonment as high as 7 to 10 years, as punished in other IT provisions, along with the monetary compensations as well. Now, if we come to the global perspective and legislations on deepfake, many countries have pioneerized legislation specifically targeting the deepfakes, as India deliberates a robust framework. The US Malicious Deepfake Prohibition Act 2018 would impose fines, imprisonment for deepfakes aiming to defraud, extort, harass, or harm reputation. The Deepfake Accountability Act 2019 requires labeling manipulative media. The states like California explicitly ban non-consensual deepfake pornography. Depending on the country to country wise, there are various such laws that are coming up. Even in European Union does not have a specialized deepfake law yet, but regulates them under the data protection and the AI accountability framework. The European Union's ethics guidelines for trustworthy AI emphasize transparency and oversight for systems like deepfake. China requires deepfake producers to declare and label the creations as artificial. However, the lack of penalties for violations make this ineffective. Truthfulness and consent are vital principles China also aims to incorporate into deepfake governance. Now, to conclude for today, it is very important to have a comprehensive regulations of deepfakes in India requiring systematic reform to control this powerful hazardous technology. A robust holistic deepfake law must be urgently enacted, addressing consent, privacy, redressal, electoral, and criminal implications. Mandatory labeling, limitations, and penalties for malicious deepfakes are crucial. Law enforcement, courts, and media need guidelines for authenticating the video evidences to avoid the miscarriages of justice. The social media platforms must be mobilized to swiftly detect and remove the harmful deepfakes. They could deploy blockchain-based digital fingerprinting to verify the media authenticity. However, excessive liabilities may incentivize over-censorship, requiring the safeguards. Now, public awareness campaigns by the government, by medias, and the organizations are vital to make citizens aware of deepfakes, to make them aware about their digital rights. As I see, with conscious forethought and stakeholder collaboration, India can also lead the way in responsibly optimizing the deepfakes, benefiting while mitigating their perils. Hence, now the entire responsibility comes on the government, the social media, and also the legal professionals to make people aware and also work towards transforming the laws and enacting more stringent laws relating to the deepfake. Thank you.
क्या यार, चांदनी चौक गया और कंचा लेमन नहीं पी?
कंचा लेमन पीने के लिए चांदनी चौक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? ये ले, जयंती बंटा जीरा, चटकेदार नींबू और झन्नाटेदार जीरा मसाला, वही अपना बचपन वाला स्वाद।
जयंती बंटा जीरा।
इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन जरूर प्रेस करें